Alright, I'm live, right? Hold on. Stream has begun. Greetings, audience. My name is Sacrificial. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be creating a tutorial showing you how to make advanced animations for The Sims 4 in Blender. I'll be sharing some tips and techniques that I use myself that help me out to like make better animations. Because if you guys seen my Sims 3 animations, they were so horrendous, and I was able to thankfully improve myself. So I'll be sharing these tips and techniques, and we'll actually create animations together on this live stream, and I'm so excited for it. But before that, I want to watch the Island Living trailer. I was actually holding it back. I didn't want to watch it until, I record a video or do a live stream, and here I am. So, yeah, uh, let's watch this. I just want to remove the chat if you guys would allow me. I just want to remove the chat of the live stream, because there's a video that I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna be doing a tutorial. So yeah, but let me shout you out really quick. I saw Lily Brown. I was talking to her earlier. Food, food lover army behind the scenes. A food lover. A Jonathan, Queen Alpacalypse. Zaina, Toxic Gamer, Sabria, It's Black Gacha, who else? Matt, Jade's Flowers, A, and Food Lover. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Philip, Gangsta, A, thank you all for coming to the live stream. Let's get started by watching the trailer. I don't have a face cam today. I'm feeling lazy, so yeah, there's not gonna be face reactions, unfortunately, but you're gonna hear my voice. So yeah. Now allow me to put the chat away for a little bit. There we go, and let's watch the trailer. Hey. Oh, what is that? Hold on. I'm sorry, I was not planning. Actually, let me watch the whole trailer and then I'll start pausing and like coming back to it and stuff like that, alright? Hey. Ooh. Oh, hold on. What is going on? Wait, Castaway, hold. I know that I said that I wasn't gonna pause, but like, are we also getting Castaway elements? Like, can we actually survive on an island? Oh no, they were cleaning it. I thought like they were surviving. All right. Hey. Oh my god, that is so magical. Holy shit. Mermaids. Hey. Okay, now this is lovely. Of course, I knew that there were mermaids because of the photo. Uh, like, that's why I wasn't shook about it. But I love this scene. It's so beautiful. All right, so let me see. Like major things, we have boats. That's amazing. We have jet skis. We have ocean. We can actually swim in the ocean. There's snorkeling. Also, I saw we can interact with the dolphin. Sunburns. We have bars. No, bars are not new things. Okay, it looks lovely. I like it. I'm not like majorly excited for it. Because this is not really my number one thing. I loved Sims 3 Island Paradise. I thought it was fun. I played with it, but it was so laggy. I'm pretty sure they've learned from their mistake and this is gonna run smoother. But yeah, this looks wonderful. I love it. Cool stuff. Look, I really love this kind of hangouts, like beach hangout with a bonfire. I don't think I've ever done this in real life, and it's been a dream for me to actually go like to such a place and hang out by the fire with friends and like someone that I love and stuff. I said that in some sort of get together also. They had the same um, hangout stuff, and I love it. So yeah, that's it. Pretty cool stuff. Excited for it. I'm not like, as I said, I'm not majorly excited because it's not my number one thing, and also because I am a modder. Unfortunately, I don't get to enjoy the game the same way that you guys get to enjoy it because it's my job to constantly look at the codes and like edit them and try to create the best mods that I can. All right, did I remove the chat of the screen? Yes, I did. Okay, let me put the chat on my phone because I'm not gonna be putting it on the screen, unfortunately, because I'm doing a tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna keep it as a video and players will get to rewatch it later on. All right, so here's my live stream. Uh, Also, I'm not gonna be like reading your chat instantly, unfortunately. I'll be focusing on the tutorial itself. So I apologize if you guys said something to me or asked me something that I didn't reply to, okay? But let's get started with the tutorial. Let me put some calm music first. This is how I like to work usually. All right, calm music. Let me put this to the lowest quality. No, actually, I don't want the stream to lag. That's what's happening. So I want to put something without a moving stuff, just, you know, a photo. All right, there we go. And the lowest quality, so you guys won't lag. All right. Tell me if you guys cannot hear me clearly or if I need to increase my volume, lower the music or something. I am flexible to whatever you guys want me to do. Alright, tutorial is starting right now. So, first of all, what's gonna need is to uninstall the programs that we need to create animations, okay? To do that, I have put all the links to all the programs that you guys would need in this tutorial in order to create animations, sorry. Now, Blender is gonna be the first thing you guys are gonna need, so I'm gonna put it at the top. And Sims 4 Studio is the second one, and Pose Helper is gonna be the third one. Now, there's also a program that I'm using called Ditto Keyboard Clipboard right here, which basically allows you to copy multiple text and paste each one of them individually whenever you want. This will make the process of copying and pasting easier for you. Alright, when you go to Blender, all you have to do is to uninstall the program. I'm not gonna explain how to do this because, you know, it's pretty simple. Same thing for Sims 4 Studio. You'll have to create an account though on the Sims 4 Studio website in order to download the application. And the Pose Helper is custom. Wait, did I not put the Pose player? Yes, I did. Hold on. And the effects player. That Ditto thing is the last thing on the menu. So, here we go. The Pose player will allow you to play your animations inside the game without having to create an interaction for it. And the effects player is going to show you the effects inside the game and how they look like. Now, we're gonna go and download Kaijiko's Pose Helper. And we're gonna get started. Alright. Download. So this is the download button for this, and basically these are advanced skeletons for The Sims to make it easier for you to create animations. This is amazing, it's wonderful, it makes creating animations so much easier and better. It has a few glitches here and there, but once you get used to these skeletons, the glitches are gonna be easy to solve. So you're gonna download these. They actually come in one package. You click download from here, direct download, and your download will start on here. Once you install these or download these, you're gonna get a zip file. You're gonna click, right click on it, extract it, any one of those three, and you're gonna get this folder. All right. Now, you have multiple skeletons for the Sims. You have solo, which means that there's only one sim in the animation, and we have skeletons for social animations. So basically, two sims in the Blender file. We're gonna start with the solo animation because it's easier, and all you have to do is double click on it after you install Blender. Blender has to be installed in order for you to be able to open these files. So make sure to first install Blender. All right, now we have the Blender menu. Let's get started with how to create the animations. Now, the first thing that I like to do when I work in animations is to have multiple windows. I usually have two windows, one for front view and one for the side view. And by the way, everything that I'm doing right now, the clicks or the buttons that I'm clicking is shown on the bottom right corner. So I don't have to actually explain what I'm clicking or what I'm pressing because it's gonna show up right here, thankfully. Wait, can you guys see me? See what I'm doing? Hold on. Imagine if all of what I just did was not on the screen. Is it? You can. All right. Thank you for confirming. Oh, you've changed your profile photo. I just noticed that. It's very small on my phone, but I can see that you've changed it. All right. Lovely. Thank you for confirming. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna have a front view window. Let me do that again. I forgot to show you how to do it. Oh, fuck. I, oh no. What do I click? Is it right click? Mouse? I don't know. All right, there we go. So in order to have multiple windows, you go to the edge of the screen. You have three lines over here. You click on it and you drag your mouse to create a new window. And to get rid of the window, you click on the same three lines and you drag it to this window, and then you can actually remove it. So let's say that it looks like this. In order to fix the views, you press numpad 1, and to have the side view, you press on numpad 3, and your sims are gonna look like this. Sometimes the perspective might look like this for you. All you have to do is press on numpad 5 to fix the perspective of the camera. All right. On the left, we're gonna have the window that stores all the information for the animation. So whenever you actually move the sim, it's gonna show up right here telling you exactly where the frames are. All right, there we go. That's the basic. We have one more thing for the basics, and is that to select where the animations are gonna be saved, like the bone. We're gonna click on this right here, and we're gonna choose lock rot scale. And we're also going to click on the red button on the left in order to record the animation, and you're gonna see a keys, and icons for keys, and we're gonna click on them. So now we have lock rot scale, we have clicked on the red, and we have clicked on the keys. It should look like that. All right, and now we are ready to get started. After you've done all these steps, no, actually before that, I'm going to have the sim pose the way the sim poses inside the game, because this is gonna be the first frame of your animation, and it should look like the same pose for the sims inside the game. So usually sims in the game are gonna look like that. I'm not gonna explain the buttons for now. I'll explain everything once I actually save the file. So don't be worried. All right, right click, there we go. All right, and we're going to fix the hands a little bit. The spine is a little bit tilted and the, the head is looking like that. Alright, so this is pretty much how Sims pose inside the game. This is gonna be the first frame of your animation. And now you can save the file. To do that, you click File, Save As, and you're gonna save it to whatever animation you're trying to do. Now, because this is an animation tutorial, I'm gonna have the sim jump, so I'm gonna call it jump animation. Go inside and we name the file jump animation. Save as Blender file. Wonderful. Now, we're gonna start with the basics. First of all, we need to set keyframes to the entire skeleton so that the first frame would be this one. Now, if I move, for example, the mouse over here and I change the pose and we go back, oh, I'm sorry, the hand has a keyframe. I'm gonna choose something that doesn't have a keyframe, which is, for example, this bone. I did not touch this bone. If I go here and I move it and I go back to 0, it's gonna be changed at the first frame as well. And we don't want that to happen. We want the first frame to be exactly like this. So you're gonna press A. Sometimes you have to press double A in order to select the whole skeleton, and you're gonna click on the key down here to save all of the keyframes of your skeleton. Now if you go to another frame and move any of the bones of the body, let's say this, that, and you go to frame 0, he's gonna go back to his natural pose, and that's how we want it to be. You can do this wherever you want. So let's say that, for example, at frame 40, I want him to be back to this pose. You do the same move again, you press A and you click on the keys down here. Now, whatever you change between the two frames that we created, 0 and 40, whatever you do with the skeleton, he's gonna do the pose and then he's gonna go back to his natural pose. So keep that in mind. Alright. I want to mention something that also you can save this pose, for example. Like if you want your sim to be standing this way from frame 20 to frame 40, you do the same thing, select all, give it keyframes, and go to 40 and give it keyframes. Now, from 20 to 40, he's not gonna move a single bone. So whatever you do afterwards is not gonna change inside the time frame that we set it to. So between 20 and 40, nothing is gonna change. It's gonna start changing after 40, and that is because we have selected the skeleton and we gave it frames in here. All right, now you can also, of course, change animations in here if you want to, but he's gonna do this move and then come back to the saved pose again. So these are like some basic stuff that you guys need to know in order to, you know, create better animations. All right. Now, I'm gonna start creating the animation itself, which is going to be a jumping animation. And I'm gonna show you how I work with everything, all right? So, when I start working on an animation, whatever it was, I go to like 20 frames afterwards and I start working on the pose that is supposed to be happening at this time. So at frame 20, I want the sim to be in the air, all right? And let me explain how to select stuff because I forgot to mention that, but you guys can actually see it on here. But If you right click on any bone of the sim, it's going to select that bone. In order to move that bone, you press G on your keyboard and move it up and down, left or right, whatever you want. Once you're done with that pose, like if you want the bone to be in here, you click on the left mouse click and it's gonna be saved right here. If you move the bone and you don't want to save the pose, like let's say that you put the hand in here and then you didn't want it to be, you click right mouse click, and it goes back to the same position. So it cancels the interaction basically. Alright, now on frame 20, I want this sim to be in air because we're working on a jumping animation. So we're gonna select the bone that controls the whole body, which is this one. It's called body handle. And we're gonna press G and move it up. Now there's a helpful feature that can help you lock the axis of the animation. So for example, I don't want the body to move left or right while I'm moving my mouse upwards. You can click on your mouse in the middle mouse button, and while you're holding it, you get to choose the perspective that you want the mouse to be locked into. I want it to be locked on the Z axis, which is up and down. So I keep holding the middle mouse button until I lock it to the Z axis, and then I release the middle mouse button. And now it's only gonna move up and down. I'm gonna put him right here and click on the left mouse button. Now, we're gonna start imagining how someone would look like while they are in the air. You can either like look up a photo, a video of someone who's jumping, or you can basically just imagine it yourself. I usually imagine things myself, unless something is really complicated and I need to have a reference for it. But when someone jumps, they're gonna move their legs upwards and bend their knees. So we have to select both feet. These bones are the ones who control the feet. We have two, one for the left foot and one for the right foot. You can also select both of them at the same time by shift and right clicking on the other bone, and now you have both selected. By the way, to move the camera the way I'm doing it, you have to press the middle mouse button and move the middle mouse around, and that will, move the camera. If you press shift and middle mouse button, you'll be able to move the camera around like so. But we want it to be stuck to the side view, so we press numpad 3. Alright. Now, someone who's jumping is supposed to have his legs up like this. Maybe the foot rotation is gonna be like this. Let me see something. Alright. And the body is supposed to be, let's say, backwards. You can move this from this bone or also this bone by clicking on R. Basically, some bones can be moved around and can be rotated. To move it around, you press G, and to rotate it, you press R. So here we go. Press R. His pelvis is onwards, and his hands are supposed to be like in front of him, I believe, right? Wait, yeah. But his shoulder is like facing the wrong position. So we're gonna click on the shoulder bone, which is called left upper arm, and rotate it by pressing R and rotating it around. I want it to be this way, all right? And also the same thing for this one. We're gonna rotate it to the back and have it this way. We can rotate the hands. I want them to be facing the front view, like so. There's also a quick tip about the camera. If you want to see the other side of the side view, you press numpad 9 and it changes the position to the opposite direction. It works for any position. If you're facing the front view and you want to see the back view, you press 9 and you can see the back or front view. Lovely. Now, I want to close his arms, the fingers. So there's a bone here that actually controls the fingers. We're gonna close it, and we're also gonna close the other one. All right, front view. His head, let's say, is gonna look this way, or maybe he should be looking up like so. And a little bit movement to the legs, like so. Basically, you want to have the perfect pose for your sim on the frame that we selected, which is right now frame 20. All right, let's say this way. I forgot to do something, which is show the other bones. There are some hidden bones, which are spine 0 and spine 1. So if you go here and search for spine, you're gonna see some extra bones here. Now spine 0 is this one, which is visible, but I also need spine 1 and spine 2. So you click on the eye and you click on the eye for spine 1 and spine 2. All right. And since they were hidden, they actually did not take a frame right here. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna select the whole skeleton by pressing A and keyframing everything. Now these bones are keyframed. Are they? Why are they not? Yeah, they are. Why is it not showing? Hold on. Oh, sorry, wrong bone. All right, perfect. 20. We go back to 20, and if you want to change, oh god. Okay, so this is the glitch. This is the shoulder glitch, okay? And it's frustrating, okay? See, like, I did not move the shoulder. I did not even give it a frame, but it's gonna be glitched out right like that. So I'm gonna avoid this glitch by happening. I believe if it starts happening, you can press on the upper arm bone, you press double R on your keyboard, and you position it so that it would stop twerking like that. Right. Same thing for the other arm. If you want to fix it, double R and we position it so it won't be doing that. But see, sometimes like you cannot fix it. Like, okay, there we go. Perfect. It stopped. Kind of. Anyway, let's go back to frame 20. Oh my god. Is it fixed? Yes. All right. Frame 20. Now, after you're done with the pose and everything looks exactly like you want it, you press A and you give the whole skeleton keyframes at this point so it doesn't move if you change anything afterwards, okay? Now, if we play the animation by doing or by pressing Alt and A, it's gonna look weird. This is not how people jump. It looks like he's hovering or like floating. Because we only have one set of keyframes at, you know, point 20. It's gonna look like that. But what's wonderful about 3D editing and animation is that you only have to create 2 points and it will fill in the gaps for you on its own. However, it looks unrealistic and we're gonna work on that. So, there's also a quick tip that you can hide the control rig, which is basically the skeleton, at any point that you want from this menu right here. You just click on the eye and it goes hidden. And that's for like previewing purposes in order to see the animation better. Alright, now we're gonna show the control rig again, and we're gonna go to the middle of these 2 sets of keyframes. So we're gonna go to frame 10, which is the middle of frame 20 and frame 0, and we're gonna start tweaking on it. So when a person jumps, first they put some force to their body downwards. So he's supposed to be on the ground still at, the 10th animation. So we fix the position like so. And at frame 10, we keep him on the ground, but we have, downwards force to the skeleton. And he should be facing onwards or forward. The hand should be upwards like so. And maybe he should be looking down. Also, this looks good. All right. Now, what's gonna happen is that before he actually jumps, he's going to do this pose and then he's gonna do the next pose. So now he has two poses to do. This one and this one. Let's see how this is gonna work out. There we go. That looks way better, but it still needs some tweaking to do. Now, you should probably set, the set of his bones on here as well. So we're gonna keyframe all the bones right here. And we're gonna see where is the unrealistic part. Alright, so I'm happy with the result from 0 to 10, but I'm not happy with the result from 10 to 20. I'm going to go to frame, let's say 14. And I'm gonna bring him back to the ground. And actually, there's also a different way to do this. Like, except instead of keeping, keep repositioning the bones. Also, I'm very sorry if I get too confusing. English is not my first language, and I'm trying my best to say like clear words that you guys would understand. So I apologize if I'm confusing you in any way. But there's a lovely feature in Blender that allows you to have the previous keyframe at the position that you want it. You can either press A and then Shift E, and then you scroll your mouse right and left to get, the desired result. Now, at this point, I want the skeleton to be here. So once I set it on here, I press the left mouse click and it's gonna be on this position. You also can do it by copying and pasting the keyframes themselves. And to do that, you press A to select the whole skeleton. While holding Alt, you right click on the keyframe that you want to copy and simply you press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And wait, again. Oh, okay. Make sure that all the bones are selected on the left. The only bone that is selected is this one. So you also press A on here or double A on here. Copy, Ctrl C and paste Ctrl V. Wonderful. Now, he has 4 poses to deal with, which is 0, 10, 14 and 20. However, I don't want him to be stuck like this. If I play it right now, it looks super weird. It looks even worse. So what I'm gonna do is at frame 14 is the moment where he's gonna jump. So I'm gonna lower him even more and get him like ready to actually jump. So he's charging his jump. He wanna jump as high as he can. So he's gonna sit down even more and then jump in the air. So that looks better, but still. Now, once he starts jumping, he's going to spread his legs to the ground. He's gonna push the ground to be able to jump up. So we're gonna move his legs down And while selecting the both legs, we're gonna also select the body handle and move him down because he's gonna be pushing the ground and going up, right? Now, as he's jumping, let's say that the force of pushing the ground is going to move his body a little bit, so his body is gonna like move a little bit backwards, his head is gonna like move even further down, and his hands are gonna like go a little bit up. Now let's see how this is gonna look like. Lovely, it looks beautiful. I'm real happy with this. Okay, I was so nervous, y'all, because you know I've never done this on a live stream, and I was afraid that I'm gonna mess everything up. But no, I'm happy with the result. I feel that you know the jump looks pretty decent. All right, and now we're gonna have him fall down to the ground. All right. So in order to do that, we're gonna need the sim to go back to his natural position. No, actually, not all the way, but this is the frame that I'm gonna copy because this is how he's gonna be doing once he's back to the ground. So let's say that he's gonna stay in the air until frame 35. So make sure to give his whole skeleton a keyframe at frame 35, like so. And now we're gonna copy this pose and paste it at frame, let's say 50 over here. Lovely. Now he's gonna jump, stay in the air, and fall down to the ground. But it's not gonna look realistic because we're gonna still need some tweaking. So jump, stay in the air, and fall down to the ground. Now, just like we have tweaked the first set of the animation, we're gonna tweak the second set of the animation. So while he's in the air, like between frame 20 and between frame 35, at frame 35 he's gonna raise up a little bit more. His legs are gonna go up a little bit because of the jump force, and his feet are gonna rotate a little bit upwards because of the force. His upper body is gonna go back a little bit. The glitch is happening. Lord help me. Let's fix the glitch real quick. Oh my god. Okay, I hope it's fixed. His hands also are gonna like move up. Wait, is it up or down? If someone is jumping up, no, they're gonna go down, right? Because the air is coming upwards, downwards. But his feet are gonna rotate up because of the force of the jump itself. So the hands are gonna rotate from the air coming from upwards, and the feet are gonna be rotating from the force of the jump itself, and the body is also going to be affected by the jump itself. The pelvis could also go a little bit to the front. Okay, lovely. So let's see how this is gonna look like. Not bad, however it's way too slow. So in order to fasten it up, you go to the frame set that is too slow. So it's too slow from frame 20 to frame 35. In order to make it faster, while pressing Alt, you press right click and you move the animation or the keyframes by pressing E or G, and you move it to the point that you want it to go to. Now, if you want it to be slower, you're gonna move it to the left, to the right, sorry. If you want it to be faster, you're gonna move it to the left. We're basically making the frames closer together or further apart. All right, now that we made it faster, let's see how it looks like. All right, not bad. but he's going to the ground way too slowly. So I'm gonna also make this one faster. So I'm gonna click G on this one or E, it works either way, and bring it closer to this frame, and now he's supposed to fall down real quick. Alright. I'm happy with the speed itself, but I'm not happy with the way the animation looks. So now you're gonna start editing again in between those frames. So things are looking good from here to here, but from this frame to this frame, it doesn't look realistic. Now, we're gonna go to frame, let's say 35, right before his feet touch the ground, and we're gonna do the following. As I taught you before, you press A, Shift E to have the pose take the frames from the previous pose. God, if I can't speak properly. So, I'm gonna see the previous frame by pressing down, the current frame by pressing up. So, now that he's in the air, he's gonna start falling down after the jump is complete. So the jump is complete, but he's gonna start falling down. So we press both feet, we press the body handle bone, and we start moving the body down. However, because he's falling down, he's gonna have a different force than he had when he was going up. So the arms are gonna go upwards. The hands are gonna rotate upwards also, because the air is coming from downwards. So this way, and let's say that he's gonna, you know, try to balance himself back to the ground. The hands don't have to be this high, and the feet, since you know the force is over, are gonna start like falling. No, actually, the feet are gonna go even higher because the force is coming this way. So it's gonna push the feet higher. And the pelvis, let's say this way. And alright. We can either like move the head up or down. It's up to you. Alright. Now, he's gonna start. Alright, perfect. I don't even have to edit it. I was gonna say he's gonna start putting his feet down, but he already did it. Alright, let's see how this is gonna look like. I have to watch the animation like multiple times in order to know what's wrong before I speak about it. So, yeah. Alright, the problem is that once he like reaches the ground, he switches to the next pose really quickly, and I don't want that to happen. So, we're gonna make this one slower. Alt, right click on this pose. G or E to move it, and we're gonna distance it a little bit further and see how it looks like. Alright. Now it's too slow. But here's the thing, I think it's too slow because he did not touch the ground on time. So he went down, but then it was slow for him to like do the pose. So we're gonna fasten it a little bit, and I think we need to edit some, you know, bones. I cannot figure out what's wrong. What's happening? I know there's something wrong, but I cannot figure it out. Jump, go down. Jump, go down. Alright, I think, yeah, okay, alright, my bad. So, once he goes down, he should have a force bringing him down. So, once he, like, reaches this point, his body should actually be down and his feet should already be rotated in order to touch the ground, like so. So he's gonna go like this, put his feet on the ground, and on here he's gonna fall, like go down because he's trying to absorb the force of the fall. Let's see. And maybe his feet should not be like all the way back. I feel that this is gonna make it have issues and stuff. So we're gonna bring his feet a little bit forward. Even more. All right, now let's see how it looks like. Too slow. Let's fasten it up. So, what's the slow part? Jump. I believe these two. You can select multiple sets of frames by pressing B on your keyboard, selecting the frames and pressing S to scale the animation up or down. Now I want it to be faster, so I'm gonna scale it down like so. All right. So on this frame, all right. Now, it looks weird, but I think it's because I haven't completed the animation yet. It looks unnatural, but I'm hoping that once I continue it, it's gonna look, you know, better. So now I want this pose right here to continue to the last pose that I did. So I'm gonna Alt and right click this, double A, copy, go here and paste it right here. All right, lovely. Check, and then he bounces up. But I want to make like a few changes so it looks more realistic. Let's say the hand gonna move like so, the pelvis. Lovely. And once he absorbs the fall of the force of the fall, I'm sorry, he's gonna go back to his natural pose, which is this one. In order to do that, you're gonna Alt and right click this one, Alt Shift. Now you're gonna press Shift, right click to select both frames, double A, Control C, go to the end of the animation and Control V. Now it has been pasted, but it's in the opposite direction. It's inverted. In order to do that, you go to Key right here. There's something on the menu called Key, Mirror by times over current frame. Now, don't worry about that. It like got inside of the other animation. All you have to do is press E and move it to be after this pose is done. And now it's inverted in the proper way. Lovely. Wait, hold on. All right, now let's watch the entire animation and see how it looks like. I'm still unhappy with the way he falls down. All right, jump. Maybe his feet has to face forward beforehand, like so. So yeah, okay, jump. Feet got rotated. Let's give it a little bit more force on here, and then he start rotating them down to balance himself out, right? All right, it looks better, but I believe that the feet maybe should be stretched out further on this keyframe. So maybe if we do that, it will look even more natural. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm happier with this one. I feel that his body reaction is a little bit delayed, so I'm also going to edit that. So he hits the ground on here, and it shouldn't be delayed, but okay, maybe it should go down even more on this. All right. Lovely. Okay, I'm happy with it. Um, I was still scared because like I was starting to messing up and I got scared, but I was able to fix it. All right. Um, I don't want him to go back to his natural position as fast, so I'm gonna move this further. All right, wonderful. Lovely. Now, the animation ends at, let's see, it ends at frame 66. I hate, oh my god, I hate number 6. It freaks me out. Okay, 66. And now the animation should keep playing over and over and over and over again properly. All right. Now, I'm gonna save it. Jump animation. In order to do that, like in order to extract it to the game, there's something on here called RIG, aka rig. You're gonna show this one and hide the control rig that we've been working with since the beginning. Now, double A on this one and give it keyframes at frame 0, and then you go to the last frame and do the same thing. You give it a frame on the last thing and you save your file either from here or by clicking Ctrl S. And now this animation should be ready to be imported into Sims for clip pack, but I'm not gonna do that yet. I still gonna show you a little more things and then show you that. Now, one thing I didn't show is the facial expressions. Now we're gonna work on his facial expressions real quick. Now, I've told you that we have two rigs, the control rig that we've been working on to move the entire body, and we have the second rig which is called rig without control. And this is the rig used to edit the facial animations, all right? And also to save the file. So you click on rig, make sure that you are in pose mode because we have object, edit, or pose mode. Make sure that you're on pose mode. And let's say at frame 30 or frame 20, actually as soon as he's jumping. So frame 18, I want him to like show effort into his face. So someone who's gonna jump is usually gonna frown with his eyebrows. So the eyebrows are gonna go down. He's probably gonna clench his teeth. I don't know if that's proper, but he's gonna clench his teeth. There's also a jawbone. You can, if you want to open and close his mouth. Let's keep it closed for now. All right. He looks evil as shit. You're gonna edit like the necessary bones to make a proper facial expression, and once you're done, he's gonna start doing the animation. But because it's so fast, I'm gonna show it this way so you guys get to see the facial expressions. So he's gonna start doing it, and at frame 17 he's gonna do 18, sorry, he's gonna do the expression that you wanted him to do. Same thing for the facial expressions. If you don't want his face to change, let's say from frame 18 to frame 30, all you have to do is click A and give his entire skeleton a keyframe. And also the original position, which is 18, you're gonna click double A and keyframe it at here. And now from frame 18 to frame 30, he's not gonna change his face, even if you like change it afterwards. All right. So let's say that once he starts to fall down, he's gonna open his jaw. And make him extremely excited, you know, just for testing purposes. You know what? Let's just go extreme with this. I cannot be a normal person if I have to save my life. Oh my god. Holy shit. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Alright. Now, he's gonna jump. His face is gonna stay the same from frame 18 until frame 30. And from frame 30 onwards, shit is gonna go south. He's gonna lose his face. And then his face is gonna go back to normal. Oh my god, this is horrifying. I am so sorry. Alright. I only done this for testing purposes, alright? Now, if you regret your decision, which I did, remember the method that I told you about. You press A, Shift E, and you slide your mouse left and right. Now, I want it to look like this, but I want to edit on it a little bit. So let's now do it properly. Open your jaw a little bit. Stop being mad. Be relieved. Be happy that you have done a jump successfully. Alright. Wonderful. Now he jumps. He changes his facial expressions twice. And he goes back to his original face and pose at the end of it. And now you're ready to save your animation by clicking on the reg as I told you. It's already selected since we've been working on the facial animations. A and Control S to save it, and you click on this, like Control S and then you click on this. Control S, you click on this. Control S, you click. Okay. I feel that I'm missing something. There's the camera, by the way. You're not gonna be using this at all, but I'm just gonna like use it right now to show you the facial expressions in depth. I cannot even control the camera. I don't remember how to do that. But you press numpad 0 to switch between camera view and perspective view. I want to put this in the front, have it be facing him like so. Let's see. 0. Alright, lovely. We click on the frame, we press G, and to zoom in. How do I zoom in and out? I forgot. 0 and G. Alright. You press on the frame, click on the frame, press G, and using the middle mouse button, you can zoom in and out. So I want to focus the camera on his face. G. And at frame 15, I'm gonna move it down and rotate it upwards. Maybe zoom in. Oh god. Stop it. Alright. There. And then at frame, let's say 30, the camera is gonna go up. So let's bring it back to the original rotation. Go up with it, move it closer like so, rotate it down. And again, everything that I'm pressing and clicking is shown at the screen, so I don't actually have to explain every single button that I'm pressing. Alright. You can also change the lighting, sorry, by clicking on the lamp. There are actually multiple lamps in here. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Holy shit. And you can edit the intensity from here. These are like some secondary stuff that you don't actually need to know. But in case you wanted to know, here you go. Alright. Back to the camera. And it's gonna go down. Check. Oh my god, why is he doing that face? Did I do it this bad? I thought I brought it back to normal. Alright. Ew. Ew. Okay, I hate his facial expressions so much. Alright. And now the camera is gonna go back up again. Oh no. Stop. There we go. Now, we can actually watch the entire animation from the camera view. So, let's do this. You can press on your keyboard Ctrl and up to show the entire screen, and Alt A to play the animation. Ew, that is not correct at all. At all. Hold on. So, let's see. On here, the camera should be down. It should be rotated up all the way already. Even more down, even more rotated. Alright, I'm okay with that. And up. Ew. Alright, and then, check. This is the most annoying animation I have ever made in my entire life. His face expressions are so annoying. Holy shit. Alright. What the It looks like he's like hitting his head on the camera. What the hell? Alright, let's go back. Let's go back to the normal view. Here we go. Let's save this animation by clicking on the rig. Show the rig. Go back to the first frame. Save. And that is it for the solo animation. Now, I'm gonna go on a very quick, short break. I'm losing my voice. My throat starts to hurt. My voice starts to hurt. Okay. And yeah, once I'm back, I'm gonna show you how to create social animation. So we're gonna actually create a social animation between two sims. So sim 1 is like maybe gonna punch sim 2 or something. And yeah. Once I'm done with all of that, I'm gonna show you how to actually put it inside the game itself. Now wait, didn't I already do that? In my previous tutorial, I think I already showed you how to do all of that, right? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Video manager. By the way, I apologize again for not reading the chat. I'm focusing on the tutorial itself. But why am I holding my phone? Why did I hold my phone? What did I want? I have no idea. Dude, go to the manager. What are you doing? Hello? Alright, let me read the chat on my phone. Alright, tutorial. I just want to make sure because if I can save some time, I want to save some time. You know what I'm saying? Tutorial. Please read us. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm not reading the chat is because I removed the text from the screen, so players like who are gonna watch this video in the future will be able to see the tutorial, easily. All right. So, yeah, it seems that I have showed you how to create custom. Why is this edge restricted? What the hell? Is it that violent? Jesus. All right. And yeah, okay. So on this one, I actually showed you how to put it into the game and how to create all of these stuff. Oh shit, I also had a face cam. What? Hold on, hold on. I gotta see what I looked like. By the way, I was so close to shaving my head last night. Whoa, I look so skinny. I feel that I've gained some weight since then. I don't know. And I had ginger hair also, I remember. But then I was like, I have to go to see my parents. Alright, so this one actually shows you how to import things into the game and everything. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in this tutorial as well, but I'm not gonna be explaining every single thing, uh, individually. I'm just gonna go with it, do everything as fast as I can, and put the animations into the game because I already showed you that in the previous tutorial video. All right, save, and I'll be right back. What should I show you? What should I put on the screen until I'm back? I forgot what I put usually. All right, let's see. Um, let's just keep the animation playing and that's it. All right, so this is the final result of the animation. How much time did this animation take? Was it like about 40 minutes, right? Okay, now I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna put some relaxing music again. And yeah, be right back. All right, and I'm back. Let's put this down. Wonderful. Maybe a little bit. All right, perfect. Now this animation is done. The solo animation is done, and now let's go and create a social animation, and I'm so excited for that. Uh, I love working on social animations better than solo animations. And I want to request something, please. Whoever is watching the live stream right now, please remind me before I end it to show you the animations of the life's tragedies, because I've done multiple animations and I want you to see them. And I'm so excited for them. Okay, so I wanted to show it to you in the previous live stream, but I forgot. So please remind me. Thank you. All right, we have saved this file. Everything is done. We close it. Now we're gonna go to the social animation. The same file that you have extracted has an advanced rigs for social animation. So you get to decide whether you want it to be female, 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 male, 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 it doesn't matter. But I usually like to create female and male because I don't want, like in the game, sometimes there's clipping happening if they were like the same sex. So having one female, one male, like prevents some clipping from occurring. Now, I'm gonna show you how to create a social animation that you will actually import into an interaction, all right? Because if you want to just create a pose for like pose player, it's kind of like different a little bit than an interaction. I'm currently gonna show it how to import it into an interaction. Now, I love to start, working by saving the file. So I'm gonna save this one in a new folder. Let's call it, I don't know what I'm gonna do so far, but like, let's say social animation for now, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, social animation, and save. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is to put the female character in the right position, because this is the wrong position to work with. We click on a bone called roots underscore bent. Hold on. Let me just do the usual stuff that I showed you earlier. So double windows and all right. So you right click on this one, the circle on the ground. In the side view, you press, in the front view, you press G. You click on the middle mouse button and you set it to the X axis, which is right and left. And you press 1. Let me explain that again. You click on this, G, you lock the axis to X, and you press numpad 1 to put her in this position. Now it's a double gendered sim. Lovely. After you merge them into one, you press G again, but this time from the side view. And on your keyboard, you press minus 0.7. Wait, I forgot to lock the axis. My bad. Let's do this again. G, you lock the axis to the Y axis, which is front and back, backward, forward, and you press minus 0.7. Again, side view, G, minus 0.7. And you're gonna rotate it to face the same, so you press R, you lock the axis to the Z axis, and you press 180 on your keyboard and enter. Lovely. Save the file. And now let's do the basics that we done before. So we're gonna put this, this, and this. Let's expand this a little bit. Save. And we're also going to position them the way that they look inside the game. So it's gonna be like that. A little bit down. Rotate the feet. Bring them up. Close the hands. The head a little bit to the side, and same thing for the male. Check, 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 and then the arms, check, and check. Now, this is getting confusing because there are two skeletons, and sometimes you click on the wrong one by accident, and you don't want that to happen. So, while you're working on one of them, you hide the other from here, alright? So for now, we don't want the original rigs, the ones for facial expressions, we hide them, and we're also gonna hide the one for the target sim, which is her. And also it's, recommended that you name them. So I'm gonna call it control rig actor, which is this one, the one who's, no, I fucked up. This is the target, which is standing on the left. And this one is the actor, which is standing on the right. On the right. Actor. So, here we go. Lovely. And also here is the rig for the target. So rig target and rig actor. This will make it easier for you to locate them. Lovely. Now, the arms, we're gonna close them. The fingers, check, check, check. A little bit forward. The head is tilted a little bit. And this is a little bit up. What's going on? Upwards. Check, check. And check. Now, we're gonna keyframe all the bones, but before that, let me show the bones that I told you about, which are spine 1 and spine 2. So, spine 1 and spine 2 for the actor, spine 1 and spine 2 for the target sim. Wonderful. Remove that. Now, control rig actor, lovely. Now, we're gonna give the actor all the keyframes at the first frame. So we're gonna select all, give him all the frames, hide, show the target, same thing, select all, give keyframes, and we're gonna do the same for the original rigs. So rig actor is gonna pose mode. We're gonna set the frames for the original rigs, rig actor, and rig target, same thing. Lovely. Now, after you've done all of this, in order not to keep repeating it for every single animation that you're creating, you save this as an individual file. So, let's call this social animation. Not edited, unedited. Now, whenever you want to create a new animation, like a social animation, all you have to do is copy this one, paste it, and change it to something else. So, social animation, let's get some suggestions in the chat, please. I don't know what to create. I want you to give me an idea for a social animation, so I would like to hear you out. And again, I'm sorry that I am not reading the chat. I'm currently reading it, but I'm focusing on the tutorial. I need suggestions for a social animation. Did you like the island living? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I said at the beginning of this live stream when I reacted to it that, I'm not extremely excited because it's not my thing, but I'm still excited for it, I'm always excited for new content for the game. And like we finally have vehicles, like we have boats, jet skis, so hopefully that means we're gonna get cars soon. Also, swimming in the ocean looks wonderful. Make the girl kiss the guy, then stab him. I already done that in the Extreme Violence update. I have created this exact animation. Punch stomach. Maybe. Should we create punch stomach animation? Boats before cars, which doesn't make any sense. How about a hug? Do you have an idea for what you'll do on Halloween? Do more on Halloween. Oh shit, I didn't even realize. Halloween is actually pretty close. I haven't thought about it yet. But maybe I'm gonna create an original killer because you guys have been requesting me to create something from like a movie. I've seen like some Jason suggestions, some Michael Myers. I'm still not sure whether I'm gonna create my own idea or if I'm gonna, take something as a reference. But thank you so much, Sparkle Light. Glad that you liked them. Maybe hug and backstab while hugging. That's lovely, but it looks similar to the one that I did. Okay, I'm gonna punch stomach is good, and I think it's simple enough to be done quickly because I don't want to spend like hours and hours on this one, so I want something simpler. Punch stomach sounds simple enough. Thank you, whoever suggested that. All right. Make the girl pregnant and have the guy punch her stomach. Holy shit, Jesus Christ, that is dark. Wow. What about shower woohoo? I'm staying away from objects because it always gives me a hard time when I work on objects. I prefer to work on sims themselves. You have some new mods, Silent Hell, Evil Within. Maybe you can do something for these things. Oh, I like the theme of that. But alright, let's get started. I don't want to waste too much time by talking. Let's just start animating. I'm not gonna explain things that I've already explained in the first part. I'm just gonna, do it quickly and you guys will get to observe me by seeing what I'm doing and looking at the commands showing up on the right. Alright? So let's get started. So let's say that at frame 25 he's gonna be already punching her. So he's gonna go down, do this, double R, rotate his body. We take the hand handle, right hand handle, and in her stomach, his shoulder is gonna be rotated this way. Yatao. I'm sorry, I never did, like, I've never ever done that before. I'm getting high because I've talked too much. Okay, so, also his body, like his entire body will be rotated, not only his spine. So, let's do that. Alright. His head, let's say that he's gonna be looking at her stomach. And his legs are going, his feet are going underground. I forgot to mention this. There's a line separating the body and the underground. If anything goes underground below the line, it means that inside the game it's gonna be under the ground, which is false. So we're gonna fix the feet and have them go up like so. Lovely. Alright. Let's say this hand or arm is gonna be like so. And it's gonna be closed. Wait, what did I do? It's gonna be closed, and we're gonna move it around. I feel that his spine is way too rotated, so I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. The hand in the stomach, lovely. His head looking at her stomach, and yeah, I'm happy with this. Select all, save, and now we're gonna give the female the pose. So we're gonna hide the actor's pose. We're gonna show the target's skeleton. I mean, hide the actor's skeleton, show the female skeleton, target skeleton. And once she's punched, hold on. First of all, at frame 23, I want her to do something, and I want her to react to the punch at frame 25. So from 0 to 23, she's gonna be doing something, and from 23 to 25 is gonna be the reaction of her getting hit, okay? So, at frame 23, we're gonna save the entire pose, and at frame 25 is when she's getting hidden. Hidden? What the fuck? Yo, boy just said hidden. Are you hearing this bullshit? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Alright. So, the reaction of her getting hit, her body's gonna go downwards, of course, forward, spine. I'm gonna say that her like spine 0 is gonna rotate forward, but her spine 2 is gonna be backwards. And this is where this comes really handy in situations like these ones. Alright. And also she's gonna go backwards because it looks like he's like impaling her with his fist. Let's say her leg is gonna raise up like this. Pelvis, front, hands all the way to the back. Actually to the front, because when you get hit, when you push your body backwards, your hands are gonna go forwards. So you're gonna like simulate physics in a way. Alright, like so, like so. Her head down. This is way too like rotated. Maybe go up and then fall down. So yeah, like so. Alright, now this is gonna look horrendous, literally horrendous, but I'm gonna show you how to make it look realistic. Alright, so let me just make sure that this is a different file. So punch stall make. Lovely. Look how bad this is gonna look. Oh my this is even worse than I imagined. Alright, there are so many things that are wrong, but I'm gonna start with the target showing a reaction. Alright, so from frame 0 to 23, she's gonna give him a weird look. So she's gonna look at him like, the fuck are you doing? She's gonna like raise her arm, her right arm for example, and wait, rotate this one, and like be like, bruh. Okay, look at him. With her left hand, let's say that she's gonna put it on her waist, let's say. So again, I'm not like explaining every single thing because I've already said them in the previous file where I did the solo animation. So I'm not gonna keep repeating stuff over and over. So yeah, alright. She puts, let's say, her arm on this waist and be like, Lord have mercy on this guy. What is he doing? Alright. And let's move her legs backward. Okay, this is something really, 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 really important. That is to constantly have the body parts moving at every set of animation. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. So this girl from frame 0 to frame 23, the only things that moved were her hands, head, and that's it. Okay? And that's extremely unrealistic. You'll have to animate every single body part whenever you want to move it. So from frame 0 to frame 23, make sure that every single part has moved. So let's say that her pelvis moved a little bit to the front. She moved her feet a little bit, one to the back, one to the front. Let's say she breathed a little bit. So in order to make her breathe, we move this onwards and this backwards. This will make it like look like she's breathing. And let's say that her body itself moved to the front a little bit. Lovely. Now I believe that every single bone has moved and it's gonna look realistic. Yep, there we go. That makes her movement more realistic, and that is a golden rule that you will have to follow whenever you create an animation. All right. I want to give her some more head movement, so let's grab the head, have her look at his hand, for example, at first, and then look at his head. All right, doesn't look that good, but you know, I'm gonna edit on it later on. All right, now back to the guy. We're gonna hide the female skeleton, go back to the male skeleton. So from frame 0 to frame 20, let's say 20, okay? He's gonna be charging his attack. So he's gonna be going backwards. One of his feet is gonna be like so, and the other one is gonna stay in its position, so it doesn't look like he's actually sliding. He's gonna move this arm to the back. Okay, like so. Hold on. And the shoulder, we're gonna rotate it this way. Okay. Oh no, what the hell? The opposite way. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's not mess around too much with the arm so it doesn't get glitched. Let's say that he's gonna be looking at her face while he's charging. His arm like is gonna constantly go back. And as I said before, every single bone should be moving, so make sure that you move every bone in here to make things look more realistic. All right, lovely. Now let's play the animation and see how it looks like. It looks bad, it looks horrible, and I'm gonna show you why. Now before you edit further, you're gonna keyframe all of these, okay? So select all and give him a keyframe. Now when you actually do such a punch in real life, right before you launch your hand onward, it kind of gets like a feedback, an inverse feedback. So his arm is gonna go a little bit to the back, just a little bit, so it doesn't glitch. Oh my god. Okay, so a little bit to the back. Let's say also his, you know, body a little bit to the back. This a little bit to the back. All right. This one a little bit to the back. And the foot is actually gonna jump upwards once he, punches. So, let's see this again. Okay. It looks better, but still, it's not that good. And I feel that it's too fast. Like, there should be more time between the punch and the charging. So, in order to do that, I'm going to move both actors' bones or frames. First of all, I'm giving her a set of keyframe at 25. And I'm gonna select the entire animation, which is punch and the girl getting punched, and I'm gonna move them using E. Again, this has been explained in the previous part where I created the solo animation. Lovely. Now we have more space to work with. So he charges. Before he punches her, he's gonna do a quick reaction, let's say in here, and then he launches his arm into her stomach. Boom. Okay. Better, but it's too slow. You can either move this forward but what I'm gonna do is actually give him new keyframes at this point to make it look even better. So at this point, his arm already in her stomach. Let's say his downwards, his head up on her. This arm launches back due to the force of doing whoosh, and let's say his pelvis is gonna also move due to the force. His foot maybe should go up earlier than that, and let's see how this is gonna look like. Okay, now his foot up. Now his foot is gonna move even upper and even rotated her, and he's not just gonna stop like it. Okay, so at this point he's gonna go even further to the front, but he's gonna shake. In order to do a shake effect, you're gonna select the body move bone, this one, press G, go front, rotate it a little bit, and you already have frames. So you have a frame when the body handle is at this point, a frame when it's to the front and rotated a little bit, and a frame where it's back to normal, and that will give it the effect that he has hit a force. You can see it very slightly, it's not that visible. If you think it needs more, you can rotate it even more to make it more noticeable. This thing gives, the animation more life and more realism. I think it's way too much though. Okay, lovely. Now, once he starts once he's done charging, before punching, I told you that I'm doing like some feedback stuff, but I feel that it's way too weak. So I'm gonna increase the feedback before the punch. So I'm gonna move his body backwards even more and fix, any bones that get affected by it. I'm gonna move his body backwards, and let's move the hands a little bit and this to the back. All right. Okay, now it looks better, but it still doesn't look like, I'm not fully satisfied with how it looks like. So I'm gonna keep editing. All right, and I want his foot to be up earlier, so let's put it on here also. Let's say that it's gonna go back to the ground once the punch is over, so it's too fast. I feel that the arm is out of place, like it's playing before his body, so I'm gonna delay the arm a little bit. Gonna move it a little bit to the back at this frame, and then have him punch her. And then at this point, she is gonna move. Like once you're confident that this is the point that you want to move the target, you start editing the target. So since we don't have any frames on here, if I edit this one directly, she's gonna start reacting to the punch from this point, which is something that I don't want. I want her to start reacting at this point. So you go a frame backwards, you select her entire body, and you move and change the frame. Now I don't want to change this one like at this point because it's gonna look out of place and too fast, so I'm gonna start editing on this one. And since I already have one, which is this, you can simply delete this one because this one already has a reaction. But I'm gonna bring it a little bit forward, early. Okay. Let's finish them both at the same time. So he hits her here, and okay, move it here. Now let's see how this looks like. I'm happy with the result of the actor, but of course the target needs more work, which is what I'm gonna do. But let me read the chat first in case you have something to say. We need more weapons for the extreme violence. I love working on the extreme violence, y'all. It's like one of the most mods that I love working on. But what won was the life tragedies won the vote, so I'm working on that for this month. All right, so the actor is looking pretty good. He's pretty convincing. He's charging his punch. It looks pretty decent. Okay, look. While he was moving forward, you're gonna focus on these things and you're gonna get better and better at them with each animation that you create. When he was moving forward, notice how his arm went to the back because of the force of the movement. Also his foot moved up because of the force of the movement. These little things make your animation so much better. And once he punched her, his arm started moving forward because of the reaction of the hit. Alright? You're gonna also keep that in mind. Alright, now the actor looks pretty good. I'm gonna start editing on the target. So, from the point where she didn't get hit, I don't have a problem with that. But once she gets hit, okay, so at this point, I want her belly to bounce really quick. So I'm gonna try to achieve that effect somehow. Let me try. Okay, let's say that yes, but I don't want her head to smack his head though. So I'm gonna rotate it. Lovely. And the pelvis, I'm gonna move it forward to give it that effect that, her body got hit in this area, so everything else is gonna react to the different direction. Let's say that her foot is also gonna bounce to forward, like so, and this one. It was so strong that she got lifted off the ground. Where's her head target? There it is. Let's move it Wait, that's it? I cannot move it even further down. Interesting. Okay. All right. And let's say that her hands are gonna start moving or flying backwards. But by the time that she moves on to the next frame, her hands are gonna go all the way backwards. So now she gets punched, her hands starts flying backwards and then all the way backwards. Wait, check. All right. We're still like in the reaction of the punch. Her body is still reacting to the punch. She's not like quiet, uh, done with it. All right, let's see how this is gonna look like now. Much better. You can see how her body like reacts to the punch really quick, but it doesn't look good because we still haven't, finished everything. Wonderful. And now, once she gets hit, of course, in the game, she has to go back to her original pose. So we go to the first frame, we select everything, and we paste it, let's say at 40. I forgot to mention something very, very important, and I'm sorry about that, is that not to touch this bone at all. Only move it around when like at the beginning of the animation, when I told you about it, when you had to position it correctly. After that, do not touch this bone at all. If you touch it, I'm gonna die. Um, no, but seriously, this one is going to repositioned back at the end of the animation. So if you actually add frames to this one, you're not going to be able to position it back to the original place that it was at. And if you delete the frames after you have moved it around according to the animation, you're going to lose that movement. So in order to move the body, you'll have to select this bone. If you want to move the body entirely, you select this bone with the feet bones together, and then you can move the entire body around while maintaining this on the ground. Do not touch this bone unless you start the animation and you want to position the character correctly, and when you're done with the animation and you want to position it correctly. All right. So now she gets hit and then she goes back to her original position. But I feel that it's way too fast, so I'm gonna slow it down by moving it, further away. And I want to give her a little bit of reaction after she gets hit. So let's say frame 37, she will go back to the ground and her feet are gonna be touching the ground again. All right. And now we're gonna start looking at the previous frame and this frame and see like what we should change. So at this point, her body was still reacting to the punch. At this point, the body should stop reacting to it, and she, like herself, should start feeling pain and stuff. So let's say at this point, she's gonna move her hands to her stomach. We choose this and we go forward. And let's check. Check. Lovely. This is extremely fast. Let's slow it down. Okay, so here's the thing. Punched 4 frames afterward, she's back to the ground. Also. And check. And just like I showed you in the previous animation that the body is gonna start going down. Like it's gonna bounce down because she jumped and then went back down. It's gonna like bounce a little bit. So we move that down. The hands up because of the bounce, let's say. All right, lovely. So she gets punched back. Okay, in here, I wanted her to go farther up and her feet downwards to give it like more impact, to make, you know, the punch look more powerful. Okay. Now, there's a problem with this. Let me figure it out. All right, what's wrong? So it looks like it has an impact, but I feel that the jump is off. All right, let's see. I think her feet are doing some weird stuff, so they're still doing weird stuff. And also, yeah, her upper body should go even further down as, you know, she's getting higher up in the air. And where's her head? There's her head. Let me go rotate it so it doesn't like clip with the actor. And let's raise these a little bit more. Okay. Lovely. I feel that I'm doing something wrong. So she goes up. Oh, okay, I get it. First, let me give her the animation. Let me keyframe. So when you actually go up the air, you should have like at least 2 frames where you're still up. So she got punched. She like launched into the air. And she's gonna stay in her position for like 2 frames. So check upwards in her place and then downwards. But I'm gonna move these a little bit further. Okay, let's see. Yeah, her feet are a problem. They're like switching around, like they're paddling around. Okay, so punch. Let's do this forward and this backward, and then okay, stay the same position. Don't paddle around. Check and check. But before you touch the ground, your feet should not rotate back until you start actually touching. So at this point, start rotated. Now you start rotating them back. So here, check, check. Lovely. Let's see. Why they're still paddling? What the Y'all, are y'all seeing this? What the she got electrocuted. Girl. What's wrong? Alright, so let me see it from this angle. Check. I switched them, but I fixed it. What the hell? Okay, stay forward. Go backwards. Right. Backwards. 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 Lovely. What the fuck? What the fuck? How? I just fixed it. This makes no sense. Check. They shouldn't do that. Oh, whatever. Okay. When these things happen, what I do is I actually delete all the frames. So I'm selecting both feet and I'm gonna delete from frame 26 to frame 24. is gonna be deleted because I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see. Oh, they're still paddling. I think it's the rotation and not the handle thing. Okay, let's do that. Check. Finally! Okay, but now we have some errors that we need to fix. So up to this point, her feet are still on the ground. They should not move. Same thing for the rotation. It should be onwards. So, okay. And the other foot. Check. Lovely. Now, there's a delayed reaction in her feet. We're gonna fix it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. They should go up. Rotation 1, down. And then go even upper. So up, and then continue to go up because of the force. And don't go down that fast though. Like up and then stay up, please. And then go down. Like so. I'm sorry if this is boring, but like I'm kind of working like I'm actually alone and like except I'm actually like explaining what I'm thinking about, you know, saying my thoughts out loud. In case anyone, you know, would find this helpful in the future. I hope so. All right, let's watch it again. What the okay, I messed up. Okay, so when she gets sponged, it's cool. But it's slow, so I'm gonna increase the speed. So, punched, so from this point, punched, I'm gonna start speeding up all the animations. So, to do that, you press B on your keyboard. Where am I? B on your keyboard and you select all of the animations after this frame. You press S to scale it down, and that will make it faster. S. Let's see. What the? Why is she like? Okay, I've made a mistake here. Check. You know what? At this point, just go down. Just go down. And in here, you're gonna bounce down. Oh, I'm ruining it, y'all. I'm getting stressed out and I'm ruining it. What is she doing? Chick, chick. Oh my. Okay, bounce once. That's it. Don't bounce twice. Stay up. Alright. Let's delete those. When you notice that your like animation has weird movements like that, delete the frames and start again from that position. See? Now it looks normal. Lovely. But there's a problem though that her like she kind of slides forward after she falls down. So I'm gonna bring her forward while she is in the air. And to do that, you click on both feet and on the body handle and you move her forward, let's say in here, instead of, you know, once she's back. So she's not supposed to slide. Wait, she's, oh, okay. Let me put a marker. So if you press with the left click, with the left mouse click, you can get this little circle. I'm gonna put this at the end of her toes. Okay, so I know like where she should be falling down. So punched, she goes backward because of the punch, and then once she starts falling down, she's gonna fall down forward up to this point, and now she's not supposed to slide. Lovely. Let's see. Um, it looks too bouncy, like she's what it's called, is spring. Okay, baby girl, do not go backwards. You're making it way too dramatic. Go up normally, please. Jesus Christ. No, oh my god. Why did I agree to do this tutorial online? Okay. She gets hit. I don't like the result because it doesn't even look natural when she comes back forward. So I'm gonna bring her backwards again. Okay, this looks better. However, don't slide forward. Put your foot up and walk. So check. Check. And then check. Lovely. Finally! Oh my god, this took way too much time. Alright. I'm kind of happy with the result. I can always improve, but I've spent so much time on this. I feel that she needs to slow down. Why didn't you slowing? This is not even hers. Oh my god. Slow down. Okay. Her body. And let me slow down the final animation. Alright. Now, let's go back to the actor. How amazing. How fun. Y'all, I'm stressed. I'm sorry. I need to be right back. I cannot. I don't know why I got so mad so quickly, but like this frustrated me. I'm gonna be right back. Once we're back, we're gonna continue working on the actor and improve on this and like make it realistic. Okay, so frame 65 and keep playing over and over and over and over until I'm back. God, give me the strength. All right, be right back, and that's it. Keep playing. back. We have new music. Lovely. Let's remove that. Okay. Now, let's get back to this. I'm gonna start editing the actor and adding the finishing touches to him. So, once he punches her, he stops. So we're gonna start adding animations at this point. But what I'm gonna do is copy the charge frames, this one, wow. So once he hits her, he's gonna actually go back, right? So I'm gonna select this, copy, go, let's say frame 38, and let's see. Okay, but however, I'm gonna reverse the body. So instead of it going backwards, I want it to go forward because now the force is coming from the back, you know? So it's gonna move forward while he's going back. And let's bring this here, let's say, and you know, do the necessary stuff. Oh no, oh no. Okay, let's not move him back all the way on this frame. I think it's way too soon. So let's bring him forward. Also, let's not bring his body all the way up immediately. So also his arm, once he punches her, so start of punch, idle, this should be the end of it. So it should start coming back from this point. Okay, check, and instead of going back, I'm gonna put it down like so. Let's see. Maybe too soon. So stay upwards. Stay upwards. Now it has the effect that it hits something, it's shaking, you know, because force has been applied, but it looks strange. So I'm gonna do something about that. So go up, up, okay, better. But wait, maybe the arm actually should keep going forward. Like he punches her, go forward instead, and then start going backwards. Okay, I feel that that's gonna look better. By the way, I did not mention this. I should have at the beginning of the tutorial. I am not a professional animator. I did not study animation, and most of the things that I've said in this video are trial and error and stuff that I, you know, learned through experience and like creating multiple animations. So not everything is gonna be 100% accurate. However, I'm trying my best to explain everything properly. But as you guys can see, sometimes I try something, it doesn't work, so I go with a different solution for it, because I feel that it would look better in the next solution. Alright, now, so here, keep going up. Now, yeah, go back. And then we get this, copy and paste. It's still not, you know, the way I want it to be, but oh my Jesus. Yeah, okay, it doesn't have to bring it like all the way back, as I said, so just like put it down here. That's good enough. And I don't feel that his body should go all the way back. Like, this is enough also. And you don't have to bounce once you're back. Just do that. Wait, it kind of looked better before. Okay. So instead of, okay, in here go forward, in here just stay the same, okay? So punch, not this one, the after one, this one. Go a little bit more forward, okay? And your arm, let's check. So punch, it moves forward and then it should go backward and down again, like so, and like so. Let's see. Okay, better. But okay. Check. Effort, it's moving, but go down earlier. Okay, lovely, better. Now, the feet are all messed up, so let me work on that. Check, check, check. All right. Okay. It doesn't look powerful enough to me. I don't I want to I don't know, but I want to make it more powerful. Like it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look powerful to me. I want it to look more powerful. So let me save this file real quick, just in case I messed up. And I'm gonna save another one called more powerful, just in case. Alright, so once he punches her, maybe his body should go even further to the front, like so, maybe. Right? And it's gonna keep, you know, going forward, maybe. That will give it more force to the punch. But it's not gonna impale her body, because that's not realistic, so we're gonna fix the arm position. And then he's gonna go backward. Hopefully this will make it look more powerful. Still, no. I don't feel that's powerful enough. I don't know why. I believe if I, like, bring him even farther back at this frame, I believe that, you know, it might look more powerful. Let's try that out. Okay, this looks, yeah, this looks more powerful, but it's it needs a little bit of editing. So check up. It's okay if I do that. It's gonna slide just a little bit, but it's fine because it's a fast thing. Okay. Not that back though. Just a little bit. Yeah, this made it look more powerful. Lovely. Alright, and that is it. Now, of course, you can edit the facial expressions just like I showed you earlier. You click on the rig. We have two rigs now, one for the actor, one for the target. Let's do something really quick with the actor. Let's first set keyframes to the entire body. Remember that the first pose and the last pose has to be the exact same. So once you're done, you copy the first animation and you paste it at the end of the animation. That way it's gonna, you know, start and end at the same pose. But let's say that at this point he's gonna be extremely mad. I actually might add this to the extreme violence, this animation. I'm happy with it. Alright. He's extremely furious. He's gonna be looking at her. There's actually a bone for that in the control rig. This one is gonna look in her eyes all the way. Since he starts charging, keep looking. And now he can look away. Wait, actually his head, I could add like more effect to the head movement to make it better. So let's say that his head's gonna go down at this point, up, and then when he starts moving backwards, his head's gonna go down by his eyes on her, and when he starts moving forward, his head is gonna go back like so by his eyes on her, and then it's gonna go down. This should look better. Yes, okay, I love that. It gives even more power to the animation. It looks even more realistic and I love it. I love it way much with the head movement. Look, it's such a small change. Like I only changed the head movement, but it gave such a huge impact to the overall animation. I love it. Okay, so he's gonna be mad. At first it's gonna be normal. He's gonna get mad, punch, and get back to normal again. Same thing to the female. I'm gonna give her some facial expressions. So at this point, she's gonna be like, "What are you doing? You're stupid." Now, first, let's give her the normal one. So let's keyframe all of her body. And at this point, she's like, as we said earlier, she's like, "Bruh." Wait, did I not close his hand? Am I serious? Hold on. I want his arm to be clutched, so closed like so in all the animations. That's a mistake. On here also, closed arm, closed hand, closed a little bit, and then you can open it at the end of the animation. Lovely. Now, a quick facial expression. At frame, let's say 25. It's gonna be like, "Bruh, like what are you doing?" And we're gonna edit her squints. She looks like awkwardly uncomfortable. Okay, she's gonna do that. Like, "What are you doing? Really?" But then once she gets punched, her face is gonna immediately change due to the reaction. Now her head is not visible, so we cannot see anything. You can either like move to a different frame, or you can click on the actor rig and hide his body parts. So this is his bottom, his feet, his head, and his top. We only need to actually hide his top for now, so let's keep the rest. No, actually I changed my mind. Alright, now there's not good lighting down there, but I can you know figure this out. So jaw, she's gonna open her jaw. Wait, before that, I forgot. You're gonna make sure that all of these frames are keyed at this point, so when I change something at this frame, this one is not gonna be affected at all. Okay, we said frame 30, right? And you're gonna open your mouth. That smile is gonna turn into a frown. That awkward look is gonna turn into shock look. And there we go. I want her to keep, you know, her jaw open at this point of the animation. So I'm gonna select her jaw again. Where did her jaw go? The hell? What the hell happened to the jawbone? There it is. Okay. I'm gonna keep it open. Mouth wide open, mouth wide open, mouth wide open like I was at the dentist. Mouth wide open. Okay. And I'm gonna have her be like confused and a surprised look, like, why did you do that to me? Wait, how did I forgot? Yeah, there we go. This is down, this is up. She's gonna be like confused and shocked at the same time. Like, why did you do that? Like so. And the squints are gonna go up even further. Just be like, why did you do that? Okay. So, normal face. Let me hide him real quick. Here. He snatched her weave. Again. So. All right. Good. All right. Where's your hair? Lovely. Wait, her head though. I didn't do that to her head. So, head, punch, go all the way down. And when she's getting up, because, you know, okay, so once she falls down, her head is gonna actually go up a little bit. Wait, why did it rotate? Don't rotate, just... Alright. Check. It's gonna go up a little bit because of the fall down force. And once she hits the ground, it's gonna go down again, like so. And it's gonna stay down as she's getting up because, you know, the force of getting up is gonna pull her head down. And at this, she's gonna look at him really quick and be like, why? So, check. That's extremely fast. Hold on. Alright. Check. That's extremely fast, so I'm gonna just put it here and move her eyes up. Alright. Lovely. Let's see. It could be better. If I like spend more time on the head, I could make it better, but I don't want to like spend way too much time. Excuse me, there's someone outside. Can you hear the car? What are you doing? Stop. Stop. That's disrespectful. That's annoying. Okay. And there we go. Wait, why does he finish before her though? This animation should finish for both sims at the same time. So she changes, she finishes at 65, which is the normal frame, and he does also. What? What is what? No. What? No, he doesn't. What is going on? Is that the rig? Oh, okay, my bad. There we go. Now they both should finish at the same time Now before you get back, you're gonna raise your foot and put it back to the ground instead of sliding. That's, you know, a quick thing to make it look better. Okay, wonderful. We're done with the animation. I know it took so much time and, you know, this was boring to look at, but I'm hoping that this will help someone, you know, get advanced with creating animations. So now we're gonna save the actor like the way that I showed you in the solo animation. You click on the rig, go to the first frame, you save it, and now we're gonna save another file for the target. So underscore y. Y refers to target. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna show her control skeleton, control rig target, and now we're gonna move this bone back to the original place. So what we're gonna do, click on the bone, this one on the ground, press G, we move it, G, we lock the axis to Y, which is back and forth, using the middle mouse button, and we hit 0.7. Hold on, I hear my cat. Let me just check on them real quick. I'm sorry. No, keep playing. All right. I don't know if they were my kitties actually, because these two were sleeping. I think it was a cat outside. But anyway, they're fine. They were just asleep. Okay, so where were we? Let me do that again. Okay, so press G, you lock the axis to Y back and forth, and you on your keyboard 0.7. Then you hit R, you lock it to the Z axis using the middle mouse button, and you hit 180. Now, this is why I told you not to mess with this bone, is that as you see, she's gonna go back to her place because we have frames in here. So if, for example, I made her go back using this bone, let's say, I now have to delete it. Therefore, my animation is gonna be corrupted, like not proper. So you're gonna delete the rest of the frames for the root underscore bend by selecting B on your keyboard, and you drag the mouse on them, and then you hit delete and delete keyframes. Now there's only one keyframe, which is the original one at frame 0, and this is how it should look like in Blender when you actually export the animation. I usually like, just to make sure, I put another one at the end, just to make sure. Alright, and we're done. Now we show the original rig target. We select it and we save it on its own, which is more powerful underscore Y. Make sure that you have two files, one for the actor and one for the target. Alright, And that is it for creating the animations themselves. No, I saved. What are you talking about? Save. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm not gonna actually explain it because I already explained it in the previous tutorial. So if you'd like to see how to add this to your game properly, you can watch the previous tutorial. But I'm gonna do it really quick in front of you to, you know, let's say that this is a revision, like a quick summary of the previous tutorial, all right? Because like I've done it so many times that it became really easy for me to do, so I'm not gonna suffer when I, you know, create the package. So first of all, I want to delete the life tragedies mod because it has a file in it called object_sim, which I'm gonna use right now. So I'm gonna remove that real quick from the mods folder, and we're gonna now create a new package. So you go to object. Actually, let's first go to the clip pack and show you how to add sounds and effects to your animations. So clip pack, you create a new one, and let's not use tutorial. All right. I know there's a number there, but it's fine. Animations. All right. Now you call it whatever you want. I'm not gonna spend time on this. I'm not gonna spend time on this. Now we're gonna need 3 animations or like references. The first one is gonna be the one. Wait, where did I even work on them? Okay, there we go. The first one we're gonna need is the social pose, which is the jump animation. So we're gonna click on import, locate the file, and import it. I already did that. I'm gonna call it jump real quick, and we're gonna add one and call this hit guts _x, which means actor. Now we're gonna go to the social animation and import the more powerful. This one is the original, which is the actor, and then we're gonna also import the target, which is Y. Lovely. Now save this. I'm gonna show you now how to add sounds and effects to your clip pack. So when you go to the warehouse tab of the clip pack, you're gonna see all this stuff. Each 2 of these refers to one of the animations that you imported. So the first 2 is for the first animation, these 2 is for the actor punching, and these 2 are for the target getting punched. Each one has clip and clip header. Just keep that in mind. Now, what you're gonna do is to edit the clip itself and not the clip header. Click on clip in the warehouse tab, and on the right, there's something called events. You're gonna click on edit items, and once you open it, you're gonna see this menu or this window. This one says sound, this one says suppress lip syncing. Now, if you don't want your sim to move their mouth according, don't do that. According to the animation itself, because when you add stop. I'm sorry, my kitty is like, he's jumping on my feet, and I'm so terrified from getting my feet hurt. Anyway, whatever sound that has VO at the beginning of it, it means that it's gonna have lip syncing. It means that whatever sound comes from the sim's mouth, they're gonna be moving their mouths or jaw according to that sound. If you want your sim to entirely move their jaw according to what you created in the animation, then remove this part right here, and your sim will not. No, actually, sir, the opposite. If you don't want them to move their jaw according to the sound, you keep this because this suppresses their lip syncing. If you want them to move their jaw to the animation sound, you remove it and then they'll start moving their jaws. Now, I don't want him to move his jaw. I want it to be the exact same for the animation. So we're gonna go back to the sound. Now, you have header 1, header 2, sound name, time code, and type. You only have to edit header 1 and sound name and the time that you want the sound to play. So let me go to Google Chrome and show you where to actually get the sounds. Now this link is actually in the description. I have put it into this video's description before I started live streaming. So this will have every single sound in the game itself. Now, because this is a mod, I suggest that using sounds from the base game, and you can tell whether the file is into the base game or if it's inside a pack by looking at the text right here. This text means that it's inside the base game. If anything has like EP, GP or something like that, it means that it's a part of a game pack, expansion pack, or stuff pack. So don't choose like these things unless it's absolutely necessary. So yeah. Now since I'm looking for a vocal, I want the sim itself to make the voice or the sound. I'm gonna search for VO underscore, and this will give you every single voice that sims can actually make. Wait, why aren't these have, wait, what the hell? The voice doesn't have if it's from the game or not. Damn. Well, I know that the acting is from, you know, Get Famous, so I'm not gonna choose that. I know that the alien is from Get to Work, so I'm not gonna do that. Bathtub. Panic attack. Wait, what? Plant. What the? Okay, that's I think from a game pack. I thought that there was a panic attack in the game that I never knew about. Okay, breakup. Anything. Let's say that. Bush. Woohoo. Oh my god. Okay. This is from the game. Let's take that and have him yell this once he starts the animation. In order to add more than one sound, and okay, the time code as soon as the animation start, or maybe 0.4 seconds. Like 0.4 millis, no, yeah. 1 is 1 second, 2 is 2 seconds, 0.4 is almost half a second, okay? So almost half a second, oh my god. I have no idea what I'm saying. I am out of it. Whatever, just put the time code that you want this sound to be at. If you want more than one sound, you copy it, you change the time code, let's say to 3, no, 2. This animation is not that long. And you change the header to 2. Whatever, how many sounds you copy, you keep changing the number higher and higher and higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Now 0.4 again, and I want to change it to a different sound. Let's say fights, and I think there's something called fly up. Yeah, there we go. But this is the vocal. I don't want the vocal, I want the sound itself. So misship, no. There we go. Fly up. This is the sound itself and not the vocals of the actor. That's good enough. Now, we're gonna save it. Save the package. Close the package. And open it again. Save it again also. Alright. I did that because now your clip header, which is related to the clip, also has the events. If you don't do that, then it doesn't get copied and it might not work in the game. So just make sure that you save and exit. Once you're done with everything, you know, you don't have to do it for each one. Once you're done with everything, just exit and come back. Okay, now, this is the actor punching animation. I want it to suppress lip syncing, and I want him to make the same sound at 0, and I want him to make it again at 1.5, and also I'm gonna wait, let me first add the vocal to the female also. So she's gonna do this vocal, and at 1.5 she's gonna react in pain. So let's search for pain. Vocal express pain. Lovely. And we're gonna put it right here. So she's gonna be, you know, doing this voice, and at 1.5 she's gonna do this voice. Now, what is different about this is I want to add an effect. Okay, I'm gonna go to effect event, I'm gonna do add, and that will add an effect event right here. Now, I'm gonna start with one by one, so don't panic, don't worry about this, it's fine. Now, before I actually do this, let me save. I'm gonna go to tools and open something called hash generator, okay? And I'm gonna hit X, and I'm gonna copy FNV32. Now keep in mind that the actor sim is always called X and the target sim is always called Y. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna open the hash generator, put X in here, and copy the FNV32. Alright, now we're gonna go back to the events section, the effects, and actor name hash is the one that we just put in the hash generator. Now, I know that this is the animation for the target sim, but inside the game itself, it doesn't see it as a target sim. It sees it as an individual sim, therefore it's gonna be an actor as well. So, it's gonna be 67. If you want the animation to play on the target sim, you press 6 and the effect is gonna show up on their, you know, bodies instead of the actor's body. But you don't have to do that because you can actually edit each animation individually, so that's not necessary. All right, now the bone name. There's also a website that I've put in the description called Joint List. This is gonna give you every single bone that is in the skeleton of the sim. Now, let's say that I want blood to splash from her mouth. We have something called mouth slot. I'm gonna copy it, go back to the hash generator, paste it here, and it will give you the FNV32 of this bone. You're gonna copy that, go back to the effect, bone name, you're gonna paste the instance that we just generated, and it's gonna automatically generate the name hash for you. Now, the effect name is the fun part. Is when you choose what effect you want to play from the sim itself. And this is something that I have told you about in my previous, not the previous one, in one of my live streams, that you can actually look at these effects inside the game using Andrew's effect player. I also have a link for that in the description. And basically what you can do with this object inside the game is you can test each effect of the game and see how it looks like inside the game itself. Like so. Since I know what effect I want, it's gonna be the throw drink. This is the one for the vampire. I want the normal one because it looks like blood. So I want the face hit to be coming down from her mouth once, you know, she gets punched. The time code, let's say 1.3. I have no idea. I keep like testing this out. Header 1 should be different from sound, like sounds number, and like this is 1, 2. I usually set it to 10 so they don't conflict with each other. So 10. Header 2 is empty, U1 is empty, and U2 is empty. Slot name, you can come up with the slot name yourself. You don't actually have to copy and paste anything. So I'm gonna call it fx underscore blood 0. And we're gonna save it. Let me go to it again and tell you this is gonna be the actor name, which is X, generated in the hash generator. This is coming from the joint list, which is from this site that is in the description. Also hash generated to FNV32. This is automatically generated once you paste this in here. The effect name, you also get it from your website, also in the description. The header 1 should be different from the sound or anything else. Usually like set it to the new set of numbers. The FX is automatic, not automatically, but it's custom to whatever you want. You can call this whatever you want. I think it has to be small letters though, so don't put any capital letters into this one. I think it should be small letters, but I'm not sure. Time code is when you want this effect to play. So overall, I want this blood to come down from her mouth at 1.3. Now we save this, we exit, and we open it again. Let me just read the chat really quick, just in case, you know, you never know what happens. Maybe like I'm not even live. Wait, am I still on Be Right Back? Oh no. No, I'm not. Okay, I freaked the fuck out. Okay. Alright. Now, we're going to start working on the interaction and animation itself. However, I'm not gonna explain it because I already did in my previous tutorial. So let's exit this, open. So like whatever I'm doing right now, I'm gonna rush through it. I'm not gonna explain anything because I already did, okay? So please like excuse me. If you would like to see how to create this, you can watch my previous one. I have explained every single thing that I'm going to do right now. So there we go. House beast tripping. Ignore them right at them house. You know, something that I'm upset about is that I didn't even create a song for the lap dancing. I was so excited to do that. I even like wrote a song about lap dancing, but I ran out of time because I wasn't mentally healthy. I was really like struggling with mental health. But anyway, this is gonna be punch, guts, and jump mod. Again, I've explained everything. I'm not gonna do it again. We're gonna go to GameFi Cruiser. I should say what I'm doing, you know, so I'm not silent all the way, because you know it's gonna be awkward. All right. Is this? I want a social one. Is this social? No, these ones are solo. This one is social. Okay, add to package. Save. We're gonna get a hash name for the animation state machine. So punch guts mod. We're gonna get the FNV64 and paste the name here. Paste the FNV here. Save, exit, come back, save. We want an animation. So depkiss animation, depkiss succeeds, and we also need an interaction, which is greetings depkiss, and we also need ghosts. No, sorry, reactions underscore ghosts, whatever one. Save. This is the name of the animation. We actually need two. So punch guts mod PGM. It's gonna be punch guts animation 2. All right, and we're gonna change this to punch guts. We're gonna change this into the key of the animation state machine. The target name is Y, that's correct. Now we're gonna duplicate it for the jump animation because we have two. We have jumping and we have punching. So jump animation tuning, and it's gonna be called jump. There is no target into this one, so we're gonna delete this part and possibly have an exit state. Exit. Lovely. Now we copy this, we put it in the first animation. I think that's necessary, I'm not sure though. Alright, now this is the interaction, so PGM columns and interaction underscore punch guts. And, social super interaction. You haven't changed. Wesker, you are alive. This is Wesker. We last met at the Spencer estate, wasn't it? Well, isn't this one big family reunion? I expected you to be happier to see us. Us, so slow to catch on. Chill, Smeek. I lost it. Fuck. I am so sorry, y'all. I cannot. I've been talking for like 2.5 hours. I am not used to do that. I am like all the time sitting at home, just, you know, interacting with my kitties, and now I have to talk for like 2.5 hours. I'm like panicking. I'm losing my mind. All right, so this is gonna be jump. All right, now in the animation state machine, what we're gonna need is states. So go down. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna paste it. Oh god, paste it. We're gonna delete this one. I could have just like renamed the first one instead of copying. Whatever. What did we set it here for? Punch guts, punch gutsu, and jump. All right, punch gutsu and jump. And I hate this. Stop. No, I hate how the Sims team is like organizing these ones. It's always like flustering. Okay, so entry to punch guts, and from punch guts to exit, and also we're gonna need entry to jump, and from jump to exit. Now we're gonna need a state, a social state for the punch guts. So this is punch guts. Now we're gonna take the name of the clips that we created into the clip pack. So we go to the clip pack. Did I close it? What's wrong with my start menu? What's going on? Okay. We're gonna open Sims 4 Studio again to go to the clip pack and copy the names. So we go here, we copy the names. I want the social punch guts X, social punch guts Y. So we go back to the interactions and we paste this into the animation state machine. This here and this there. Lovely. Now we copy and paste this one. I think I already did. But we don't have X and Y, we only have X. Wait, is that inverted? No. We only want X. So we remove the Y and we keep the X. And we're gonna call it jump. and this the number, but the number is different. And we already did that. Okay, perfect. We're done with the animation state machine. We're done with the animations. And now let's do the interactions. I'm gonna start with the jump because it's easier. I don't want that, I don't want that. The icon, we can, change the icon and everything, but I don't have to. Again, I have explained this in my previous tutorial, so I'm not gonna do it again. Or at least I think I did. I believe that I did, right? I did explain how to change the icon. Anyway, text, we're gonna advanced jump tutorial names. There we go. The reason why I kept putting like letters is I wanted something that ends with numbers. That will make it easier for me to change it when I want to give a different interaction another name. So jump, and I'm quickly gonna take this, put it into the social, go to the name section, paste it, and simply instead of 7 give it 8 and call this punch guts. Then we're gonna copy the name, which is jump, and we're gonna copy the name punch guts, put it into our game's language, add, paste the numbers here, the name here, and in here we're gonna paste the number here and name here. Save, tools, modding, copy string table to all languages. This way it's gonna go to the other languages. Okay, open the package again, save it. Now we're gonna take the jump animation, which is this one, and paste it into the jump animation interaction. Jump, and into the social we're gonna paste the punch guts. We have made the name, and yeah, this is it. This is it to play the animation itself. It's not gonna have like any outcomes or anything. I'm gonna actually also remove that. But yeah, this is all we need to play these two animations. But I wanna change this to true. Visible